Welcome to SwitchCorner, my name is Alex. Today we're going to be taking a look at my favourite eShop deals coming in under $10 or your local currency, and here I cover the US, Canada, UK, EU and Australia. Sometimes though, the eShop, it makes these videos real easy, and it's one of those weeks as we see a fair few AAAs dropping in price. So with that luck, hit subscribe, join us here for reviews and deals near daily, and let's get started. If you are considering grabbing anything, then consider using cornershop.gg for instant email delivery on eShop credit. You'll get a discount of 10% off with code CORNER at checkout, and it supports the channel directly. Doom then, to kick us off, it's 75% off, matching the low, but it's the perfect time as just a week or so ago we saw a new low price on Doom Eternal, a deal that is still live. This one, it needs a little introduction. Play the Slayer and face a huge amount of demons as you set out to save the day. So basically, it's a research facility on Mars and you are defending it. It is more than enough story though to go blow things up. On the Switch then, it runs great. There's a few frame rate drops towards the end game, but for the most part it's holding steady at 30 frames per second. Looks really good, especially in handheld, as it sharpens up the resolution even further. And the gunplay, it's incredibly well done and fast paced. It packs gyro controls and a multiplayer as well, though I can't speak to how busy the latter is. With this one though, just beware of that massive install size. 9 Monkeys of Shaolin then may be a good option if you don't feel like shooting everything in sight, because here you can just punch them squarely in the face. A side-scrolling beat 'em up, I was really impressed as it packs minor RPG mechanics as well. The story, you're out to get revenge on those that destroyed your village and killed your loved ones. Between missions though, you can adjust and adapt your weapon as well as learn new skills, which really keeps that gameplay fresh. It's just a solid beat 'em up overall, and I particularly liked our character animations in here. It's all just incredibly fluid. A new low price then for those in the UK, EU and Australia, and then it matches the low price in the US and Canada, that is 75% off. Windbound then gets a new low, 75% off. I'll be the first to say here, this is far from a perfect game. In fact, my video at launch, it was titled Windbound is Broken, and that's because, well, it was constant crashes throughout, and it packs permadeath, so it just equaled instant game over. That is a tough pill to swallow in what is a survival game. You know, it's consistently punishing to begin with. Thankfully though, since then, they fixed it all up. On that note though, they do have an easy mode as well if you just want to enjoy it, with the ability to save, so that is going to be good for any skill level. But overall, the game's still far from perfect. Just in its design, you'll basically build a boat, light beacons, get to an exit, while hunting and building along the way. I really like the building aspect and some of the exploration. It's definitely creative, but the problem, every area looks and plays the exact same way, so it's going to be best played in small amounts. The price though here makes it easier to forgive, that is for sure, and I'd definitely say for, genre fans, it's probably going to be worth a look. Quake then, and if you want some classic first-person shooting, this is the way to go. It's also one of my favourite ports on the system because they not only dropped it at a budget price point, they gave it the respect it deserved as well. Think motion controls, the original soundtrack, original and new extended content, the ability to use mods, local play and online play, including co-op. Even they packed in crossplay. Come here though, enjoy the new HD and widescreen support if that is your thing, and take on the role of the Ranger, taking down all sorts of enemies. Wrap that up then, maybe jump into the new Horde mode as well. It's 60% off, that's matching the low in this game, in my opinion, an absolute must buy. Evergate then didn't get enough love at launch. It got a permanent price drop however, and now we get a new low price on top of that with 60% off. This one, it will be for fans of Twitch platformers though, and I will say here, it's nowhere near as punishing as, let's say, a Super Meat Boy, and it may be actually a good entry point to the genre. The mechanics though, you're taking a trip through the afterlife and you wield the Soul of Flame, which gains abilities like, think, slowing time. It's a game of collecting up orbs, these activate the soul flame, but also uncovering new quicker ways to succeed while having just fantastic visuals, a beautiful soundtrack and a surprisingly effective if simple story. Basically you're working out your connection to another soul. Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen then is back, matching the low here with 67% off and a bit of a classic now, though I will say a little underappreciated back when it originally launched. An action RPG though, this re-release, it was absolutely deserved as we enter this world to take on a dragon, though of course there's a huge cast and selection of quests along the way. You definitely need to watch a full review on this one. It has a ton of mechanics naturally given the genre. I'm just kind of here vouching for it today, and no doubt you'll see a ton of love in the comments for it. It even packs a good 15 or so hours of extra content, and that is why it's got the Dark Arisen in the name. Really nice port overall as well, and yeah, that's from the visuals to the performance. Super Cyborg continues to drop in price. I'll keep it quick. If you like Contra, you should buy this. It's a run and gun title where you are the title Cyborg blasting away aliens. It has a retro charm, that is for sure. It's kind of generic honestly, but who cares? And then the difficulty, it definitely knows how to ramp things up. Overall though, controls really well. I appreciate nearly any chiptune soundtrack, and it was so cheap to begin with. Well, now it's 50% off, a new low price, and I think it's well worth including in your library. It even has a top-down moment as well to really drive home, its influences. Slay the Spire then to kick off the final 3 games, and it's been a long time since we've got to feature this one. It's not a new low price in the US and Canada, slightly higher, but those in the UK, EU and Australia, you will see it here matching the low price. It's a game though that's worth more than full price honestly, and this would largely be considered the king of the deck builders on the Switch. I go back and forth personally with that title between this one and Monster Hunter, which I also adored. It's definitely making a deck builder top list extremely difficult for me here on the channel, but overall it's a roguelike deck builder. The aim, climb this tower which consistently changes and build out that deck with hundreds of cards on offer. It packs relics as well which impact your deck, and it's a masterpiece honestly, well worth this 60% off. Our penultimate game then, Wolfenstein II, the new Colossus, another one for the first person shooter fans, another incredibly well done port as well, like Doom earlier in the video. Like Doom as well, beware of that file size though, it's absolutely a beast. Love this game though, the world is so unique and it takes you everywhere from post-nuclear Manhattan to New Orleans, liberating America from a Nazi grip. Definitely not the smartest of storylines naturally, but it is a whole lot of fun blasting away these enemies. The introduction though was pretty tense, I will give it that. For those that have played it, you'll definitely know what I'm talking about. A new low price then, that is 80% off. Our final game of the video then, Darkest Dungeon, one of my top games on the console. It's a new low here, 66% off. You will also find the Ancestral Edition on sale as well. That's going to be around $5 more. It packs all DLC, which I think it's worth. It's actual gameplay and not just cosmetics and, rubbish like that. This though, still going to be worth the time if you just kind of want to, test it out. I think it's one of the most addictive games on the system though. It's a gothic roguelike turn-based RPG. You'll be recruiting and training a team of heroes and then overcoming progressively challenging dungeons. I think forests, crypts, and yeah, the list goes on. It is bloody challenging though, not only in its strategy for attacks and squad management, but thanks to what is its affliction system, which means characters, they can be impacted with things like, think paranoia, fear, stress, and yeah, the characters here then, just to top it all off, they face permadeath. As I said, don't come here looking for something easy, but it's absolutely worth that time investment. Watch a full review though first, just make sure it's for you. It's definitely gonna have, I guess, an acquired taste surrounding it. And that's the video down. Will you be adding anything to the library or holding onto that cash? With that then, hit subscribe, but join us here for reviews and deals near daily. And I'll see you all on the next video. Thanks everyone.